Alright, here we are this morning, getting out at a more decent time. I got my food in my laptop. And I forget my lunch, but I don't go back for it. So I don't need it to do my job. I do need to mail off my electric bill. It's funny, I have a decent amount of big purchases going on this month that I am knocking out almost immediately on upon payment, and it makes the whole payday seem rather silly, because it's like, oh well, I got paid, and then there goes probably 60% of it right there. It's all good and productive things. I'm not dumping it off in wasteful stuff. Like, it was a cover to my book, another minute of Compression Man, all these things that I do need to be able to do, but it just, like I said, it makes the whole thing seem less. They have weird numbers on the church marquee this morning. I don't know what's going on there. It's kind of creepy. I'll be back. So yeah, I need to be able to I need to be able to what am I trying to say? Now that I've gone in there and paid my bill, I don't remember. But at any rate, oh, that's what it was, is I need to maintain 7 videos a week. And I'm only working 4 days a week this month. And I can still get 8 videos a week at that point, which is still going to put me 1 video ahead of each week, which is good. It's not going to put me as far ahead as I'd like. And last week, I think, was a pretty lame week in terms of videos. I feel like there was 2 days where my camera was dead and I didn't get anything filmed. And then I feel like there was another day where I maybe only did the 1. I think maybe last week I only got like 3 videos filmed, and that's atrocious. As far ahead as I am, losing what is essentially 4 videos of progress is probably not the end of the world, but it is still very much so a big deal. I need to figure out at what point in time I'm going to start uploading animation related content here on this channel. I think I have a strong video to talk about, and I need to just start having that conversation and be like, okay, like, now is the time when we start having those conversations. And I think I'm going to cut in front of this car because they're not going all that fast. Because, like anybody says, there's no time like the present. The new episode of The Amazing Digital Circus is going to come out very soon. So being able to hop on that bandwagon and talk about it will be a pretty big deal. There is also, of course, just the overall boom in animation and the hope that I can move people into the direction of my content, and hoping that between both channels I can create some sort of funnel to success. The idea would be that I spend more time on this channel talking about animations, and then I spend more time on the other channel actually animating. And then this channel would probably be the one that gets popular because I'm talking about other people's animations and talking about them in a popular way. But if I can funnel people over to Compression Man through here, that would be ideal. So we'll see how it all pans out, what all happens. But either way, I think it's a healthy way to grow. I just look at the people who dedicate their time to just watching or talking about indie animation on YouTube, and they get an insane amount of attention. Like, one of the dudes, all he does is like let's watch videos, and he's got like 2 million subscribers. It's insane. And so maybe as a marketing thing, I can ask him to do a let's watch on the Compression Man marathon, and maybe that'll get some better eyes on the product. These people are sometimes easier than others to reach out to. Like, some people are really receptive to helping other people grow, and some people are not so receptive of it. I'm, of course, willing to pay him to do a let's watch on my content, but that doesn't guarantee that he'll actually do it. The guy's got 2 million followers. There's no telling how much people are actively fighting for his attention. And so trying to figure out what's going on there is an interesting kind of bit of information. And I think that we could get somewhere valuable when it's all said and done if we kind of help each other grow. And it's like, I would have no problem paying it forward if and when I ever got an audience of my own, but right now I'm just scrapping away at trying to get my own audience, and it's not exactly easy. Once episode 5 comes out, and then I can put the marathon together, I'll move towards getting that that whole thing set up, and we'll see what happens. But hopefully I can continue to grow, and it can continue to do great things. And I don't honestly know, obviously no one really knows, but I don't know what the future holds. I'm getting the cover designed for my next book, so that'll come out in January, which feels good. I need to get cracking on the next book that I'm going to write and complete, and I also need to get cracking on my audiobook. Right now, I don't really have a game to play, and so it's kind of the perfect time, really, to be doing other things. And so I'm really hoping that I can capitalize on this time to knock out an audiobook and to knock out some serious writing and to knock out some good creative projects. It's only time will tell whether or not I actually capitalize on it, because I more or less have to the end of this month, because the end of this month the new zombies will come out, and although I won't be completely and entirely unproductive at that point in time, I will be less productive than I have been, and that is a reality that I accept, because at some point in time you gotta stop and have fun. Not that I don't find writing to be fun. I don't enjoy editing my audiobooks. I don't know that I enjoy recording them all that much either. It's kind of this catch-22. I always say if I had more time on my hands, I probably would hate these tasks less, because the problem is I only have like 4 hours in a day. I could spend like probably 2 hours editing a 40-minute audio sample down to a 20-minute audio sample and just be done with a single chapter of If Ghosts Could Cry, or whatever audiobook I'm working on. And that is kind of honestly a nightmare, to be spending that much time on something to get very little out of it. And so it will just be a matter of time to see what I can do as a creator and as a creative, and how I can get people on this platform. It's easy to fall for the trap of paid advertisements, in that it gives you the instant gratification of seeing views and subscribers roll in, but it's not inherently good. I have only garnered one like true fan over the course of releasing Compression Man, and I don't think that he found my material through an advertisement. I'm pretty sure he found it through just, it was recommended to him. He watched it and really enjoyed it, and hopefully others can kind of find the project and enjoy it as well. We'll see kind of what the world has in store. I am a little excited about everything, and just trying to keep my options open, see if this person can do something about reviewing my content. There is always a little bit of a nerve-wracking sensation when you have someone else reviewing your content. It's like, what are they going to say? Show it to the world, and the world's going to be like, oh, this is hot steaming pile. And that's all very nerve-wracking. But at the end of the day, life is nothing without a little risk. And I don't think that someone, maybe I'm too trusting, but I don't think that someone would take your money to review your project and then just absolutely completely slander it. Like, that seems like a crappy thing to do. And I'm sure there's people out there who would do that, but I'd like to think that these particular people wouldn't. But at any rate, hopefully we can all just kind of leverage ourselves and do something better. And we'll see what happens. A lot of it is just asking people to do things. And when you're a small nothing channel, it's a little harder, because the other bigger people have little to nothing to gain from it. Why would I do that? It's like, well, I'm willing to pay you, but chances are these bigger channels who have millions of followers don't necessarily need the money. So they would, part of it would just be them doing it out of the kindness of their own hearts. But we'll see what happens. But hopefully between my plans to get pushed on other people's channels, my plans to push my own channels, hopefully Compression Man starts to get some good natural growth. And like realistically speaking, the fourth episode naturally got 200 views, which is significantly more than most anything gets on the 24/365 challenge right now. 24/365 is averaging about 4 views a video. That's probably my average. And that's honestly pretty sad. And so this is proving to not be a very effective video strategy, which is fine, and I'm not overly surprised by it. A little bit disappointed because I figured that I might find somebody out there eventually, but not the case. It helps me kind of adjust and pivot, and like October 4th is when the new episode of the Amazing Digital Circus comes out. I'll be a little bit late to the party because I think I have a concert that day, and then I can start posting content about it. Some point in time this month, the new Life is Strange will come out as well. I had a dream that I bought and played that game, which was like going against everything that I said I was going to do, and then I woke up. So that was interesting, but there should be a content boom for my channel in October, and I take off a decent enough time to take advantage of the content boom. And so we'll see what happens and how I can get things together. And I just hope that at the end of the day, things start to look up. A buddy of mine was talking about that too. He's like, you're good at creating stuff and you've put a lot of work out into the world, but like you do need to start working on like figuring out how to actually get famous. And I'm sure he didn't mean that in like a insulting way, but I kind of did take it and was like, dang, like he's right. Like I have no idea how I'm gonna actually get famous in this world. Like, and if no one knows my products exist, then it becomes very difficult to get anywhere with them. And the hope is that one of them would stick out enough and become a big enough deal that it would lead people down the rabbit hole of reading or watching or doing whatever with the rest of my content that they feel they need to do. And so hopefully we can get to a place where the rest of the kind of projects and stuff start paying off, because that's one thing that, like, I follow a lot of Brandon Sanderson's teaching, and that's what he says is like his magic number was 7. He didn't get published for the first time until he hit his 7th book, and then of course when that happens it opens the floodgates for the other 6 projects. And so someone reads your 7th book and they're like, wow, that was really good, what else does this person have out? And they have a whole backlog of content. Like, that's, so if you have 100 fans and they're like, oh man, I really like this book. I wonder what else he has out. Well, he's got 6 other books. So those 100 people are going to buy your other 6 books, and that's 600 sales right there. And so it is important to keep pumping things out, and I don't intend to ever stop. But the idea of becoming at all famous at this point doesn't seem that well within my reach, and maybe I'm not doing enough in terms of marketing to actually get out there the way that I want to be. That could very well be the problem, is I'm not putting myself out into the world as much as I should. And good old-fashioned networking goes a long way, and I haven't really been doing a whole lot of that. But we'll see. Only time will tell, and hopefully time tells a good tale. At any rate, I thank you all for coming around, and try again later.